Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and in today's video I'm going to be doing a thumbnail tutorial. So yeah, this was highly requested by a lot of people, but anyway, let's just get started because I don't want to be talking too much. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to find a background for the thumbnail,
and then I will take a screenshot, and then I will use my character and take a screenshot of her so that she can be put into the thumbnail, but I'll explain that after.
So now that we're in the house and I want to find my background, and I'm just gonna find a cute scene, and I want to choose right here, so I'm just gonna take a quick screenshot.
Now that the screenshot is taken, I'm going to go and click some stuff that I want to put in the thumbnail first. So yeah, you can really just choose anything that you think is cute to put in the thumbnail. So yeah, I'm just going to choose this dog here. And what I use in my thumbnails, I take this plant and then I would put it on behind a green screen and then just get rid of the green background and I use it. But I will explain that in detail just now, so I'm just going to go to where I have my green screen, which is the third floor of this house. You can basically just use any house that has green walls. You can just paint the walls green. Okay, so now that we've arrived, I'm just gonna grab my pet, and I have a light here so that basically people can see your characters more. So what I was talking about earlier is I take this plant here, which is from the Bohemian pack, and I put it up against the wall like this. You can just paint any wall or background that you have green by just going here. Anyway, I like to take away the background with the white thing, the white outline. So I would just take a screenshot of it once the blue thing up here goes away, like that. And then you just take away the background, which I will talk about later.
Also, I use this in my thumbnails. Let me find it. I take this, which is from the Snuggly Cubs pack.
Then I leave it like this with the outline on, and then I take a screenshot.
There. And now I'm gonna go here and I do like a combo. I take this green plant and then I put it against this light.
So I literally just go and take a screenshot.
From the Big Family Home pack, which is the pack that I'm using, well, the house.
And I'm just gonna do a quick pose. I'm gonna do this shocked face. And you can either do your character like this and then take a screenshot, or like that and take a screenshot, or like this and take a screenshot at the same time. But to me, it looks cooler than just having your character stand up like this. Okay, that's pretty good.
And now I'm gonna take a screenshot of the dog and a few more things I want in the thumbnail.
Okay, so now I have all the things I want. I'm just going to take a quick screenshot. I'm also going to use this plant here, which is also from the Bohemian pack. So let me just take a screenshot, and I don't need to take multiple screenshots of all these because I can just zoom in on this or on the dog or the other pets.
Okay, perfect. And now I'm just going to see you guys in Ibis Paint X. Okay, so now we're in Ibis Paint X, and the first button I press is my gallery here, and then I press this add button right here.
And then 916, which says in brackets 2K. This is the resolution that I use, 1920x 1080. So you just click that and then it will show you a blank canvas. Then I'm going to come and press this button here and press this here so it's easier for me to see the background. So the first thing I'm going to press is this again, and then I press this camera icon to import a picture. First thing I'm going to import is the background. You can just zoom in however much you want. If you see this pop up, it's totally normal. I just press cancel every time. And then you press the blur icon on the side right here. And then you can adjust the size. I use the felt tip pen soft for this one. And I adjust it to 50 for the opacity of the brush. And yeah, so I just go on the sides and then kind of blur them. The sides are blurred. I'm going to go back and I'm going to import my character. So I'm just going to zoom in so it's easier that your character has a better, I guess, quality. Oh, and how to get rid of the background. I go to selection layer here, and then I press the bucket tool on the side here, and then I just click on it. Sometimes you can still see the green, but it's okay if you're starting out and you don't really want to spend all that time. So I would just press this to get rid of the background, and as you can see, if you just press it once, like for example, if your character kind of goes against the window like mine, it's going to be harder to get rid of the background. So I usually just click on this, and then if you see it has like a lighter blue, it's actually supposed to be darker than that. See, like this, it looks kind of weird. So what you have to do is I take the brush, I switch it to Felt to Pen Soft, and then I enlarge it so that you can get a higher surface area with less time that it takes to do this. So I'm just going to use the brush instead of the bucket. You can just use the brush as I'm using instead of the bucket wholly, like as a whole, if you find that that is easier for you instead of the bucket, because sometimes with the bucket you have to, it takes a longer time. But yeah, it's really up to what you prefer and what you want to do. Make sure you get all of the areas, because as you can see, like this part is lighter than this part. So try and make sure that everything is one consistent shade of blue, and not like a lighter one, or else it might turn out weird. So I'm just going to erase this little part, and now I'm finished. So I'm just going to go to the same thing here, and then press back on the layer with your character, and then press this button right here that says clear layer, and then you can either go back to here and press this button, or you can press the layer button and then come here at the top and then press remove selection layer. So now what I'm going to do is place my character wherever I want to place it before I add the drop shadow or the outline to my character. So I'm just going to place it like here, because this is where I want to place it, or actually, yeah, I think I'm going to do it on this side. And just to create more focus on the character, I'm going to click the background layer and then kind of blur out what's behind the character so that it's easier for like when you guys click on the video, well, you're looking at the thumbnail of the video, it's easier for you to make out the character, but this is completely optional. So now that I'm finished that, I'm going to go back onto my characters layer, then I'm going to press filter on this column here, and I'm going to press stroke outer. Now if you have like these extra, I guess, strokes, you can just erase them, but you have to erase them before you do the drop shadow, or else it will just kind of look weird and you'll have to undo the drop shadow. So, oh, I actually missed the spot. So now that we're finished with the outline, we're going to go back onto the filter button and we're going to look for a drop shadow. These are the things that I use. You can copy that if you want. But I think I'm going to be changing the angle a little bit. Yeah, I think that's good. So now I'm just going to press the tick. So now we're going to import the background items that we're going to use. So these are the items that I chose. And I'm going to zoom into one character so that I can do one character edit. Not one character, one item at a time.
So now I'm just going to repeat the same process. If you want, you can press the little I button to kind of get rid of the other things, so that's, I guess, easier. So I'm just going to repeat the same process with the other items.
Okay, so now I'm just going to import the kind of plant thingies you've been seeing in my thumbnails, and I'm going to show you how to do it. So first I'm going to import the light plant garland type of thing. So you're going to click the screenshot that you did with that, and then try and line it up with here. Make sure you're not cutting out anything. So now I'm just going to layer it over like this, kind of like that, but I think it was a bit smaller. But yeah, basically it's just this, and then
Okay, perfect. And now I'm going to add the plant background. And now we're finished with that. So I'm just gonna start placing the items, I think.
I'm gonna add a new layer here, and then you press this button here that says normal, and then I press multiply, and then you can lower the opacity. I'm gonna do around 60. And then for the character first, you grab the skin tone, and then I like to use the dip pen hard, and then you just do the shadows, just like follow what I'm doing, because I don't really know how to explain this part. Okay, so now for the hair, I'm going to be showing you guys how to do the airbrush. So, well, the kind of highlights in the hair. So I use the airbrush normal thing. I got this hat from Norella, so I do give credits to her and some of the parts in my thumbnail. But for this part with like the lights, please give credits to me if you're going to use that in your thumbnail, but yeah. But anyway, back to the hair. So I get like a few shades lighter than the original hair, and then you add a layer and just kind of do it like that. Okay, so this is what we're working with so far. So all I have to do now is add the highlights. So I think I'm just going to continue with this first, but I have to add blush. But I'm going to continue doing these like white lines. But anyway, now I'm going to add another layer. And I'm going to start with the highlights. So I like to do this with around 3.9 for the brush size. And just doing small lines like these. Okay, so this is the finished result. Well, without the text, so I'm going to move into Phonto now.
Okay, so now in Phonto, I'm gonna press this button at the top.
And then play in images. Then this, and I'm gonna choose the black. And then you have to press the color button, and then move the alpha all the way to 0, and then apply a new so that you get a transparent background to.
So I'm gonna do how I make my thumbnails like this, and then I'm gonna choose this font, Adelia. If you want to learn how to get fonts, I really can't explain that in this video because I think the video will be super duper long. So I have to tell you to try and check YouTube video, other one, YouTube video on how to do it, because yeah. Okay, so now that I'm finished with it, you go and export it, pressing the download button. And now I'm going to have it like this and place it kind of like that. Now is when, I want to add some details to this kind of bush. And now that I'm finished with everything, I'm just gonna press the arrow, press save image, and then press OK. Now we're in PicsArt. You're gonna press start with a photo or video at the bottom of the screen, and then choose whatever but the last thing that we did. Now that you've saved your image in Ibis X and you have imported it into PicsArt, we're just gonna start editing it. I'll show you in a second. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is press the sticker button, and I'm just gonna choose some stickers that I have from here, and then I'll show you the final result and how I edit it afterwards. And now we're just gonna save it. And I'll see you in colourtone.